Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the measurement of low resistance, okay, with the Kelvin's double bridge. So before moving towards the Kelvin's double bridge, let us discuss the types of the resistors. Okay, so we are having the three types of the resistors actually. First one is the low resistance, second one is the medium resistance, and third is the high value of resistance. Actually, for measurement of low value of resistance, the Kelvin's double bridge is used. Okay. Next, so low value of resistance means what? The resistor which is having a value less than or equal to 1 ohm is nothing but a low resistance. I mean, generally, the internal resistance of the ammeters, okay, because those are the basic meters, okay. Also, all the semiconductor devices, just like a diode, okay, we are having a thyristor, IGBT, etc. Okay, the internal resistance of those elements are also a low resistance. Next, a medium resistance is a resistance which is having a range between 1 ohm to 1 ohm to 100 kilo ohm. 100 kilo ohm, 1 ohm to 100 kilo ohm. Okay, that is a medium resistance. And for a high resistance, a resistance which is having a value 100 greater than 100 kilo ohm, right, is nothing but a high resistance. Okay, so medium resistance are nothing but the resistors of DC machine shunt field windings. Okay, we are having the heating coils or the all the heaters resistors, those are under the medium resistance. Okay, and the high resistance means the insulation resistors, the cable insulation resistors, okay, etc. Next, one important thing is, for measurement of the low resistance, four terminals are required. Four terminals are required, as this is the very low resistance, it is less than the 1 ohm. Okay, so here four terminals are required, whereas for medium resistance we require only two terminals. Two terminals are required, and for measurement of high resistance, three terminals are required. Three terminals are required. Okay, so this is the difference actually between low resistance, medium resistance, and high resistance. So two terminals means what? Suppose this is the resistor we are having. Okay, next so here we require four terminals. Okay, these are the 3 and 4, and here it is 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 terminals are for the current measurement, and 3 and 4 are actually for the measurement of the voltage across that particular resistor. Okay, so that's why it is a 4 terminal. And for the medium resistance measurement, it is a general purpose. Simple, we are having a two terminals. Okay, terminal 1 and terminal 2. For a high resistance, we require three terminals. Three terminals. The third terminal is for measurement of leakage current. Okay, to guard the terminal 3, okay, used to eliminate the leakage currents. Okay, so it is a terminal 3, right? So which methods are used for the low resistance measurement? For low resistance, we are having a potentiometer method, we are having a Kelvin double bridge method. Okay, for medium resistance, we are having a voltmeter ammeter method, we are having a Wheatstone bridge, we are having a substitution method, etc. Okay, also we can use the ohm meter also. Next, for the measurement of high resistance, we are having a maker and loss of charge method. Okay, so these are the this is about the some of the basics of the resistors. Okay, now coming towards the main topic, that is the Kelvin's double bridge. As I said, this is used for the measurement of low resistance. Okay, so here this capital R, it is a low resistance, and this is the unknown resistance we are having. Okay, small p, capital P, capital Q, these are the external arm resistances. Small p, small q, these are the internal arm resistances. S is the standard resistance. Okay, and R is the terminals or the contacts of the leads resistance. Okay, so this is the bridge actually we are having. So at bridge balance, what happens? this current is equal to 0 ampere, right? This current is 0 ampere. So now we are going to write or derive the expression for the unknown resistance R. Okay, so I am writing again here. Yes, capital P, capital Q, these are the external arm resistors. So capital P, capital Q, these are the external arm resistances. Okay, small p, small q, this is a small p and small q, these are the internal arm resistances. Okay, next, S is a standard resistor. Okay, next, small r, this is the leads resistance, leads, or you can say terminal or contact, etc. resistance. Okay, so and R is the capital R is the unknown resistor, unknown resistor. Okay, so now at bridge balance this current is 0. Okay, so if here it is I1, definitely here it will be I1. If here it is I2, definitely it will be I2. Okay, let us consider this current is I, current flowing through capital R is I. Okay, next, so now can we apply KVL to the loop A, B, F, E, A? Yes, it is like minus I1 into capital P, right, plus I2 into small p, right, plus I into capital R. Okay, so apply KVL. I'm writing here KVL to loop A, B, F, E, A. So we can write it as minus I1 into capital P plus I2 into small p plus I into capital R is equal to 0. Okay, so from this we can write I1 into capital P is equal to I2 into small p plus I into R, considered as equation number 1. Okay, similarly, can we apply KVL to loop BCDFB? Okay, so KVL will be minus I1 into Q, right, plus I into S plus I2 into small q. Okay, so KVL to loop, yes, BCDFB. Okay, so we can write it is minus I1 into Q plus I into S plus I2 into small q is equal to 0. So from this we can write I1 into Q is equal to I into S plus I2 into Q. Okay, consider it as equation number 2. Okay, next, if we consider this portion of the bridge, that is PQR, current here is I2, here current is I. So what about the current here? Out of the I2 is going here. So it is like I minus I2 current will flow here, right, through this branch. Okay, so let us consider this terminal. Okay, so consider a small part of the bridge. Consider small part of bridge. So I am drawing that small part. We are having small p, small q, and here we are having a lead resistance. I am representing it with a resistor, small r. Okay, so here current is capital I. So here it is also capital I. This is small p. This is small q. Okay, current here is I2. This is R. So here current is I minus I2. Okay, now can we use the current division rule and we can write the expression for I2? Yes, using current division rule. CDR is nothing but current division rule. Yes, we know I2 is equal to total current I into, yes, value of resistance in the opposite branch divided by total resistance P plus Q plus R. P plus Q plus R. Okay, so we can write it as is equal to I into R upon summation. Let us indicate it as a summation P. This summation P is nothing but P plus Q plus R. Okay, where summation P is equal to P plus Q plus R, right? P plus Q plus R. Are you getting the point? Okay. Next, now consider this as a equation number 3. Equation number. Now we can write, can we put equation 3 in equation 1? Means here we need to replace this I2 with equation 3. Okay, put 3 in 1. So we can write put equation 3 in equation 1, right? So we can write equation 1, we know it is I1 into capital P is equal to I2 into small p plus IR. Okay, replace this I2 with this expression. Okay, so that is, it is I into R upon summation P. Summation P. Okay, into this P as it is. Okay, plus IR. This is I1 into P. So we can write it as is equal to, can we take I common? Yes, I into, we can write it as P into R upon summation P plus R. Okay, this is I1 into P. Consider it as equation number 4. Also, can we put equation 3 in equation 2? Put equation 3 in equation 2. Okay, we know equation 2 is I1 cube plus IS plus I2 into cubes. Okay, so replace this I2 with equation 3. So we can write I1 into Q is equal to I into S plus I2 into small q. So we can write it as is equal to I into S plus I into R upon summation over small p, right, into this small q as it is. Okay, so which can be written as I into, in bracket, S plus R into q divided by summation p. Okay, consider it as equation number 5. This is I1 into q. Now if you take the ratio of equation 4 and 5, then we can write, so equation 4 divided by equation 5. So if we take the ratio, we can write it as P, capital P divided by capital Q. Okay, is equal to, if we take the ratio 4 and 5, I1 will get cancelled, II will get cancelled. Okay, so it is like capital R plus PR upon summation P, capital S plus QR upon summation P. Okay, so it is like, we can write okay, so in this way we can write P by Q. Okay, so further we can write, after simplification, yes, we can write R is equal to, yes, R is equal to P upon Q into S plus QR upon summation P. Okay, right, minus PR upon summation P. Now we can write it as is equal to, summation P means what? Summation P is P plus Q plus R. Okay, Are you getting the point? Okay, so if you check in this, if lead resistance is neglected, if lead resistance, that is small r, is neglected. Neglected means if you consider it as a 0, then this term becomes 0, this term becomes 0. Okay, so we can write r is equal to only ps upon q. Okay, ps upon q. Are you getting the point? Okay, so this is the approximate expression if r is neglected, and this is the exact expression for the unknown resistance r. Are you getting the point? Okay, so this bridge is used for very low resistance measurement, right? It even measures the range of the even a micro ohm resistance also very accurately. Okay, thank you.